MemoryMiner is all about looking at the intersection of people, places, and time. So let's have a look here. You're looking at the contact sheet, and on the right-hand side you have list of people, lists of places, and you have this long time slider. Time slider is really good because it allows you to look at your photo collections over longer periods of time. You can see I can adjust the in and out points and just scroll through time in real time. And you can also search for people, which I'm going to do right here. So I'm going to search for somebody here, my grandmother Alice. And if you click on her thumbnail, you notice that you can also search by specific periods in a person's life, such as when they were an adult or a teenager. You can also search by combinations of people, as we'll see here. So what I'm going to do here is search for Richard, my brother. And by hitting return, he's added to the search filter, and I see photos just of him. And I'm also going to search for somebody else, myself, John. And we're going to do the same thing, except for what we're going to do is see where they are existing in the same place at the same time. And we can adjust the time in a little bit and see some photos where you have both myself and my brother at the same time. If you double click on one, you can see how the annotation works. Now here you see you have two markers. And when you mouse over one of the markers and press the button, you'll zoom right in using a Ken Burns style animation. You can click on the arrows to be able to go between markers. And whatever captions you've made associated with the marker are shown as well. Now, you can use markers to be able to identify specific objects or areas of interest within the photos we'll see here. So I just click and drag, and when I'm done, if I don't want to associate a person, I can just press cancel, click on the text icon, and here I can write a caption that's very specific to the marker in question. So I can point out something that happened in the photo that's of importance, such as in this case, the knife that my brother is using. Again, I can click to zoom in, I can click to zoom out. I can also adjust the animation speed just using the speed slider here. Now that you've seen a picture of my brother trying to choke me, let's see how we can use audio and video recording to be able to tell your side of the story. So just clicking on the record button allows you to record audio or video using the built-in microphone and built-in camera, or you can attach any FireWire device and directly record audio and video that tells your side of the story. And these are added as attachments to the photo along with anything else you'd like to attach, like pictures or URLs or things of that nature. Anything that helps deliver the backstory for a specific photo. Now, an important component of MemoryMiner, of course, are places. So we've built in Google Maps, and it allows you to be able to see where a particular photo was taken. And you can create new places and just drag and drop them onto a photo or a series of photos. And you can switch between satellite maps and street maps, topographical maps, all the goodness of mapping built right in. So let's click Done, go back to the contact sheet, and show all our photos. And we're going to look at another aspect of people. So I'll go ahead and find my son, double click on him. And what you see here is a map lines. This is brand new in 2.0. And you notice that you have these map markers that are connected by a chronological line. You can click on any of the markers, and you see that up comes a cover flow style view, which shows you the photos taken at a particular place. And as you noticed, you could switch between seeing just the person or the entire photo. That's a really great way to see how people have traveled across places and through time. And just like the other map views, you of course can switch between different map views, and you can zoom out at any time. Let's go back to the Photos view and look at collections, also new in 2.0. So you can create arbitrary collections, and as you can see here, you can set the scaling just like anywhere else, but you can also manually arrange the contents of your collections. And if you like, you can right-click on the collection and you can resort it by date. Now you can also publish to the web, which is an important aspect of MemoryMiner. Now this collection has already been published, so let's just click on the link and see what a published MemoryMiner story looks like. And as you can see, it replicates a lot of the functionality that exists on the desktop. You can advance through photos, see the text content that's on there. If there are attachments, they're viewable. When you have places associated with a photo, you can click on the same icon. Up comes a similar Google Maps, which you can zoom in and out of. You also have a person picker and a photo picker, so you can say, I want to advance to a particular photo. And the same markers are used to be able to display the name of the person or whatever caption you may have associated with a particular marker on a photo. And of course, you can view it as a classical slideshow as well. Just press the play button, sit back and watch. Now you're wondering, well, how do I get photos into MemoryMiner? And that's very easy. You use the handy dandy media browser, as we'll see here. Clicking on the media button brings up the media browser window, which shows you the contents of all your digital media on your desktop, including your iPhoto library, Aperture, your pictures folder. You can use smart collections, and you can just drag and drop. And this illustrates another important point, that if you have faces recognition that's done in iPhoto, that data comes across when you import it into MemoryMiner. But unlike in iPhoto, you can adjust the size of the selection marker at any time. So you can get just the area that you want to draw attention to, including areas that aren't specifically a person. This is my friend Ted, who is unable to go more than 3 seconds without looking at his iPhone. And again, one click of the button lets you pan and zoom right into the area of interest. And pan and zoom between markers as well, turning each photo into a little bit of animated video. Now another interesting new feature is reverse geocoding. So in the preferences, if you like, if your photos have GPS data embedded in them, such as might be the case if you took it with an iPhone, you can actually have MemoryMiner look at the latitude and longitude and ask Google where the nearest address is. And you'd be surprised at how accurate it can be, including showing that at this moment, Ted is literally under the East River in the subway tunnel. You can also work full screen, which is always nice because it allows you to really focus on the photo at hand without any other windows or toolbars getting in your way unless you absolutely need them, like you see here. So when you mouse over the bottom, up pops the toolbar, and you can do your text annotation, and you can record your audio and video. You can do all the things that you do, but you can all do it in full screen as well. Click Done. And again, we can show how you can do the mapping all in full screen as well. And if you want to exit full screen, you just click the Exit Full Screen button, click Done, you're back to the contact sheet. So I've annotated this photo, and let's say I want to end it back to a collection. And since this collection has already been published and you've made changes to the collection, you can just republish it by clicking on the Publish button. And what you'll notice here is that if you like, you can password protect it. We're not going to do that now. And it's very, very quick because all it has to do is send up just what's changed. So in this case, it's just modified, it's added a couple of thumbnails and photos and changed the RSS feeds. Very, very fast to republish, and you can continually republish as you add more details to a particular story, for example. Now, we love Flickr. Lots of people like Flickr. So you can also publish sets from MemoryMiner collections into Flickr sets, or you can publish individual photos. So let's have a look here. I'm going to search for a particular place, Colannata. It's an area in Italy, known for its salumi, its lardo. And here's a particular photo, and you can see I can just publish it to Flickr, set its privacy, include all the metadata that's added in MemoryMiner, and up it goes. Very, very quickly, very easily. And again, if you make changes on the desktop, you can republish them with Flickr without having to upload the photo again, just the metadata. So here we are in Flickr. And as you can see, all the goodness that you do in MemoryMiner translates into Flickr, including the markers, maps, titles and captions, tags. Now, after having seen a little bit of this, you may say, well, I have additional questions when I'm using the software. I have other comments. So built into MemoryMiner is the feedback panel, which allows you to make feature requests, ask for tech support, report bugs. Anything you want to say, we'd like to hear about it. Press send, and it's immediately sent to us and categorized in the database.